What's up guys, it's Kevin from K-Squared Fitness. Today I'm breaking down the double kettlebell swing. Alright guys, so key points of performance as we're getting into a dynamic hip hinging movement, we want to make sure that our back is in a good position. We've already mastered the kettlebell deadlift, we've already mastered the kettlebell swing, and now we are coupling both kettlebells together. I'm going to take you back just a little bit to make sure your form is dialed in. Anytime we're doing a hip hinging movement, we need to always think about from the feet, from the floor, we are planted tight, screwing the feet into the ground, and that's the first thing that we're thinking. Hips are locked in, that way we get the hamstrings to engage so that whenever you unlock your knees, feet are screwed in and you push the hips back, you have a lot of tension in your hamstrings and the shins are vertical. If you're doing this here and you have a hard time with your back getting into a good position where your hamstrings can turn to get activated, take it a step back and get on the floor and try to get your spine moving, getting some cat and cows. And that position is what you want to replicate when you get there. So if you're having a hard time getting here, think about what you just did on the floor and get nice and tight. Push those knees out so we can get the hamstrings to get turned on and activated. Remember, when we do the kettlebell swing, the first thing that we need to think about is having the kettlebells out in front and get that swing going. So I like to start off staggering or in line with the kettlebells, take one step back, get our back in a good position so we have our bells ready. Back is flat, no rounding here. And we're gonna first pull the kettlebell in tight with keeping the back position good, not here. Let's get about 3 or 4 reps of that. Back's tight, pull it in, right back down. Tight, pull it in, back down. If you notice this position in my knees, I got this wide stance, but I'm really engaged by pushing out and turning on the hamstrings, not being soft here. All right? So next step, stagger the kettlebells, one step back, and then I actually like to do this when I'm teaching people body weight first. So we're gonna act like we have the kettlebells here, squeeze the glutes, and this position is where I want you to be, is the exact same that we're in. Push up, plank, glutes are tight. This position replicates all the other movements that we do in our gymnastics work. Stagger, get the bells tight, glutes, and then right back down. Let's get a couple reps of that. Tight, glutes, right back down. The part where most people struggle with is on the way down is when the back will buckle. Be really intentional. Maybe something like closing the door will help for you. Going here, close the door with your bum, and then back out. Keeping the hips back in the hinge position. Once we can get that rhythm, then we can go and just get the swing working. Here we go. Hips, back's tight, boom. Close the door, keeping it all tight. One last thing I want to point out is when you're popping with the hips, I'm not doing any active shoulder raise at all. I'm not trying to get this here and then see how high I can raise it with my shoulders. You're trusting the power of your hips. Hop your hips through and then let the bell float. And I'll show you an example with one kettlebell, or I guess 2, where I'll just hold on with one finger, showing that there's no way that I could do a raise with one finger. So I got a finger, let's make it 2. One's a little tough. Hip pop. The hips are getting me all the way to neutral. These are just acting as claws or hooks. 0 shoulder raise. So if you're feeling in your back, it's because you're trying to pull the pedal up, and it's because when you come down, you're getting this business here. Unlock your knees, push your hips back. That's the double kettlebell swing. Get after it.